ABC's Josh Haskell at Drake University, where tonight, right behind me, the Brown and Black Forum will take place on Fusion. Martin O'Malley, Hillary Clinton, and Bernie Sanders will all be in this room at different times with the moderators. And I want to give you guys a little bit of a taste of the questions, the topics, and what to expect. So joining me right now is Hillary Fry. She's the executive editor at Fusion. How's it going today, Hillary? Welcome to Iowa.
Awesome. Thank you.
And I see that you're wearing your hat even though we're indoors.
I am. It's been a little cold here. It's feeling a little balmy today. I think we might be breaking 20 degrees. But now this is my fashion, so I'm sticking with it.
So why don't you tell our viewers on ABC Digital what to expect, why they should tune in, and why a forum like this is just so relevant right now in the presidential process?
Sure. Well, you know, it's a huge deal for Fusion. This is the first kind of event we've ever done like this. What we're bringing to the table that I think is really different than the other debates, all of which I've watched because I oversee elections content for Fusion, so I'm very well versed in what's going on in those debates. We've got 4 incredible moderators. 3 of them are under 35. We have Jorge Ramos, Alicia Menendez, Rembert Brown, and Akilah Hughes. We're sort of bringing the goals and the desires and the issues of our audience, this young, multicultural American audience, to bear on this historic event. I mean, the forum's been around since 1984. We are so thrilled to be associated with it and sort of bringing a kind of new, youthful look on these issues that we're going to be talking about tonight. So, you know, we're focused on minority issues here in Iowa, but also, of course, taking the lens here and bringing it national.
And why don't you give us a little bit of a taste of some of the questions, topics, and why it will be different than just a standard debate, which there have been 2 of so far, or 3 of so far for the Democratic Party?
Sure. So, you know, we took the writing of these questions incredibly seriously, and it was a huge collaboration from within Fusion, with the Black and Brown Forum, with other sort of influencers, groups outside that we wanted to know, you know, what they wanted to talk about, what they care about. So because it's a forum and we'll be spending a little over, 20, 25 minutes with each candidate, we'll be going through a series of moderator questions, and we'll be having students on stage talking. We're going to bring in some video questions from the public. And as we were really focusing on those questions, we worked very hard to come up with questions that you can't answer with talking points. Now, we know it's really hard to do that, and we're going to get some talking points, but we've really, really, really tried to bring personal connections, a lot of feeling into that question writing.
And with only 3 candidates in the Democratic race, obviously they have more time during debates, but you still find someone like Martin O'Malley at times complaining that he didn't get enough time in the debates, or other candidates kind of interrupting the moderator saying, hold on, I want to make my point. And what's different about tonight is that it's just them on stage. So why don't we take our viewers a little closer, show us where the candidates will be sitting, and talk a little bit about how they will have more time because they don't have to compete with someone else's voice.
Sure, let's go. Can we go
Hillary Fry taking us on a little bit of a tour. Looks like we're going to go on stage for a quick sec. So what are we seeing right now, Hillary?
Sure. So this is our setup for tonight. This is really what it's going to look like. We'll start in the back row. These 2 rows will have students joining us, some of whom will be asking questions to the candidates directly. I can also tell you...
The stage is wet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
You can't go on unless you take your shoes off.
Okay.
Oh, no
Would you like
problem.
me to take my shoes
Hillary,
off?
let's just do it from right
Okay,
here.
sure.
So Hillary was explaining the chairs in the back will be filled with students.
With students. And then, you know, a couple of them will be answering questions tonight. We worked with them on their questions, but they originated with the students. So this is like what they really want to talk about. We wanted to bring, you know, together some people who don't normally get to question the next potential president of the United States.
Where will the candidates sit?
And so here we're looking at the moderator chairs. The candidate will be right here in the sort of solo, I guess this is stage left. Not totally sure.
So the candidate in that chair that you're seeing right there, and then as Hillary mentioned, we have 4 moderators. So those are their chairs. And that's kind of the setup here in Sheslow Auditorium at Drake University, where we have to mention the one of the Democratic debates was held. So the candidates are obviously familiar with this, just to give you kind of a glimpse of what it looks like just hours before the forum. And before we let Hillary go, wanted to see if you could tell us a little bit more just about how relevant this topic is right now and how your questions will kind of reflect the attitudes that Americans have and interests that they have in topics that concern minorities.
Sure. So, we really feel day in and day out at Fusion, we're covering the issues that matter to the new American majority. These are issues about education, access, race, police interactions, communities, all of these issues that the forum's been talking about since 1984 are the issues that are going to define 2016. They're the things that matter most to young America, and they're in our everyday news coverage. These are not niche issues. So we think this is an incredible opportunity to really just focus on those and have really close personal conversations with the candidates on those issues.
And can you tell us how long the candidates will have? Or is that not?
Sure. I think right now we're looking about 25 minutes on stage with each. I can tell you each candidate will have exactly the same amount of time.
Well, thank you so much to Hillary Fry.
So
Good luck tonight. Obviously
Thanks.
A big night for our joint venture with ABC News, Disney, and Univision Fusion, where you can watch the forum broadcast on their live stream at fusion.net. So here's just one more view of what the stage looks like. The candidate will sit there, 4 chairs for the moderator. And to give us a little bit more information on kind of what this forum is in the history of it, I want to bring in Wayne Ford. You're one of the co-chairs of the Brown and Black Forum. Tell us why you decided to start this forum, and are you excited about what it looks like now in 2016?
Well, many years ago, me and Murray Compost got together, and we recognized that we needed to talk to the people in both communities, the importance of the Black and Brown community. So in 1984, we got together and we said, you know what, everybody comes to but our issues are not being heard. So we decided at that time, let's put together the Brown and Black Presidential Forum.
And we're going to have Hillary Clinton, Martin O'Malley, Bernie Sanders talking about these issues. What do you hope comes out of tonight? What do you hope they talk about that they haven't so far on the campaign trail or in debates?
Well, it's twofold. One is passing the baton to this millennial generation. I'm a baby boomer. For many years, we have kind of controlled marketing on Madison Avenue. We've done a good job. But our time is about over. This younger generation is saying, you know what, we want to be heard. My values are not the same as your values. We think as we look at this, and that's one of the reasons why we chose Fusion, because we thought we chose the best organization, the best media vehicle that can spread that word. And also, the country's going through a lot of challenges. Every day we look in the paper. I got Black people coming to me saying, Wayne, I can't look at news anymore. I'm too scared to look at the paper. The killings, the shootings, and all this terrorist situation. I got terror in my own community in the inner city. So we got a lot of challenges going on, immigration, on and on and on. It's the right time at the right place.
Hillary Fry Fusion told us that their goal is to not have these candidates talking points or rehearse statements that they often give on the campaign trail. How do you expect that to happen?
Because the millennials are going to control this next vote. There's more of them than baby boomers. They got the biggest voting bloc. I talked to my son. Me and my son don't agree on a lot of things anymore. So I believe these candidates better talk directly to this generation that's going to control who's going to be the next president.
And my last question for you, Wayne, is what issue right now do you believe is at the forefront of this election and you hope that the candidates talk about tonight?
From my personal standpoint, it's criminal justice. I got people who can't look at TV anymore. I got Blacks who are scared to walk around in their own community. It's a very serious situation here. We got communities now where there's a lot of issues of race. If we don't bring people together, if we don't have people coming together, then the millennial generation got some challenges. And I think race issues, criminal justice, fair play, economics, all those things. But the major thing to me is criminal justice.
Thank you so much, Wayne. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You just heard from Wayne Ford, one of the co-chairs of the Brown and Black Forum, of course, happening tonight right behind me. I'm ABC's Josh Haskell. We'll have full coverage. Our whole team who covers Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders, Martin O'Malley, everyone will be here to give you a wrap of the questions, the moments that mattered. And it should be pretty interesting because, again, not a debate, just the candidate, 4 moderators, a 25-minute conversation. You'll be able to watch that on fusion.net. They'll be live streaming the whole thing. So for now, I'm ABC's Josh Haskell in Des Moines at Drake University.